Director of Nursing and Assistant Administrator for Inglemoor Rehab and Care Center in Livingston. She epitomizes the center's mission of providing excellence in service, caring, competence, commitment, and constancy. Her previous ICU and emergency room experience provided her with strong clinical skills, and she puts those skills to work as a hands-on leader. She leads several quality assurance performance improvement initiatives, took the lead in implementing the center's new baseline care plan, led the way in adapting to the new rules of participation, and was hands-on during the implementation of the electronic medical record. Karen was also instrumental in leading Inglemoor to the American Healthcare Association National Center for Assisted Living Bronze and Silver Quality Awards, and she is now working towards the Gold Award. Karen considers every resident a member of her own family. She puts their priorities first and has an open door for everyone. She often goes beyond the scope of nursing for families by, among other things, helping to decipher pharmacy bills or arranging for resident support services, whether it's ensuring that a family or resident fully understands the care being provided and the reasons for that care, or sitting down with a staff member having a problem and helping them work through it. Karen is a kind and considerate communicator. The development of her staff is one of Karen's strongest suits. She believes in continuing education, and when she sees a staff member who exhibits a gift or special talent, she is instrumental in helping them grow and develop. She sets the bar high for her nurses and encourages them by leading by her own example. For her initiative, integrity, excellence in her work, and her ability to build an extraordinary clinical team at Inglemoor Rehab and Care Center, HCANJ is very pleased to honor Karen Gentile as this year's Nurse of the Year.
I'm humbled to be standing on the stage among so many fellow nurses and long-term healthcare providers and accepting this award. I was first drawn to the nursing profession by a desire to make a difference and help others. I was committed to nursing, knowing I could make a difference in the lives of my patients. I found a career that I could be passionate about for a lifetime. My competitive high-energy spirit initially led me to the emergency room in the ICU. I loved the fast pace and excitement of the emergency department. But shortly thereafter, a 10-year stay in the emergency room, I was looking for a change, and believe it or not, Loretta Kays introduced me to Inglemoor over 15 years ago. My friends, family, and colleagues thought I was crazy to be leaving the excitement of the daily challenges of the ER to work in the boring, mundane life of long-term care. Obviously, most of them have never been through an unannounced state survey and don't realize a minor motor vehicle accident is nothing in the terms of excitement of 5 humorless, caffeine-deprived state surveyors staring you down at 6 a.m. and would love nothing more than a threat of immediate jeopardy. If you are familiar with those words, you know true heart-pounding excitement and fear. Needless to say, my friends and family's initial thoughts couldn't be further from the truth. Take the day, for instance, when an ambulance drove up and parked in front of Inglemoor for routine transport for a patient to the hospital. What it should have been routine quickly escalated when one of our 80-year-old residents with a dementia diagnosis and legally blind hijacked the ambulance. A feat not as difficult as you would think, because the EMTs were so kind to leave the keys in the ignition. The police were immediately called, and a resident took the Livingston Police Department on a 5-mile chase, complete with news helicopters aiding in the chase from the air. Fortunately, only a few roadside mailboxes fell victim to a resident's freedom break, and no one was injured. It turns out that this gentleman was just looking to go home. If this doesn't sound like an exciting day and makes your heart smile while choosing to work in this field of nursing, I don't know what will. Yet, there is a stigma around nurses that work in nursing homes. There's an impression that our jobs are not as exciting as other fields of nursing. Well, the story I just shared should put that misconception to rest. There is also the misconception that the work is less important or challenging than other care settings. What could be more important than caring for the most vulnerable of our population? There is an uninformed opinion that quality only exists in other care settings. I would like to take a short minute to dispel a few of the myths and misconceptions about the long-term care setting and the nurses who work in these settings. Myth number 1, when a nurse is tired, burned out, or disenfranchised, they may consider a more casual or slower pace in their job and look to work in long-term care because they've heard it's easy. Nothing, and I mean nothing, could be further from the truth. Just like every field of nursing, long-term care has its own unique demands, and to assume that it's easier than other fields is a mistake. Remember, patients now are being discharged earlier from the acute care setting, more weakened, in a complex state requiring multiple comorbidities to be managed. And these resulting expectations in long-term care is to do more with less while managing costs, decreasing length of stay, and preventing readmissions. And sadly, yes, our team and so many of you in this room are doing this each and every day. Myth number 2, nurses will lose their clinical skills if they pursue long-term care nursing. Again, this is false. The nurses that I proudly work alongside are motivated to learn. They continually develop skills to aid in the care and healing of patients. Long-term care nurses acquire intuitive assessment skills encompassing the entire lifespan of a patient's medical history. These nurses are extremely progressive in developing best practices to improve care, and as a result, develop strong leadership skills. And these leadership skills they use daily to advocate for their patients. And the last myth, myth number 3, long-term care settings aren't the gold standard for care. Unfortunately, the media is largely responsible for the negative image of long-term care. There are thousands of good stories of patients thriving in long-term care. However, one negative story is sensationalized and the entire industry is tainted. Let's dispel the inaccurate myth and champion what is really going on behind our doors to reveal the excellent care we provide. HCANJ has raised the bar to promote the highest quality of health care to all residents in New Jersey facilities. Our facilities and residents have witnessed and benefited from nursing home quality measurement gains over the last 10 years. We have documented the declining rates of restraint use, pressure ulcers, UTIs, and psychotropic rates, just to name a few. We have met the quality improvement demands and challenges with participation requirements of the ACOs. We have established our facilities as preferred providers by ensuring high quality of care. It is not a club that you're secure in once you gain entry. Our facility continually strives to get better for the sake of our patients and to maintain our recognition as a top preferred provider. Many long-term nurses are active participants and team members making valuable contributions on the continuous journey towards performance and quality excellence. We have not endured the status quo, but challenged ourselves to get better and achieve better outcomes. These efforts have been recognized, as we mentioned before, and validated by the successful achievements of many of us in this room, achieving both national, bronze, and silver awards. While I graciously and gratefully accept this honor, please know it is not a recognition I achieved alone. I would like to take this last few moments to thank the people who have supported me personally along the journey of my nursing career, and without them, I would not be standing here today. First and foremost, Loretta Kays, thank you for bringing me to Inglemoor 16 years ago and introducing me to long-term care, and always just being a phone call away to answer any question. Dan Moles, thank you for mentoring me and providing a strong foundation to my understanding of what it takes to represent a premier long-term care facility. Herb Heflick and Ellie Mendelson, I can't thank you enough for allowing me the opportunity to work for strong, compassionate leaders in the long-term care industry and fostering my growth. And thank you to Steve, my boss and our nursing home administrator. Thank you for providing me and our team the tools we need to do our job successfully and supporting us each and every day. And to my amazing team, from our CNAs who provide the most attentive, hands-on care, to the nursing professionals who coordinate with our highly skilled interdisciplinary team, comprised of our physicians and medical directors working together to create a patient-focused plan of care. Excellent patient care doesn't happen by accident. It is synchronized, coordinated, ever-evolving effort fostered by the dedication of our team. A team whose victory is measured by personal satisfaction of working together to provide the highest quality of care to our patients. To my team over there, I can't thank you enough. You are all absolutely wonderful to work with and alongside. And last but not definitely least, I would like to thank my family, my mom and dad, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. Thank you for your tremendous love and continued support, and for instilling that competitive spirit to be my best. And to my family, my sons Nick and Ryan, thank you for your love and support, and especially thank you for understanding so often when I was running late for a baseball game or a swim meet. I'm extremely proud of the young men you have become. And to my fiance, Fred, thank you for always being there to lean on or to lend an ear to listen. As nurses, our compassion is why we do this, why we work in the industry and give so much of ourselves. Thank you, everyone, very much.